Podcast, presented by Memphis Shades, the clear choice for custom windshields and fairings for your motorcycle. And Wild Ass Seats, stay in the saddle longer and in total comfort no matter your butt or budget.
Well, damn. Hey, everybody. It's 5 Dirty Bikers. All 5 of us, once again.
Hey. Back
For
to our regular Mondays.
Regular Monday.
Not so regular.
Well,
What's
not
that?
so regular for anybody actually, because we're here and you're there.
Yeah. But
That's
that's
true.
okay. We hope you guys are having a blast. Everybody, 5 Dirty Bikers here on another live YouTube stream. 3 of us are coming from you from the comforts of our own home. And then, of course, Ryan and Dave are coming at you from the Iron Horse Inn in Whitewood, South Dakota, as a part of the 83rd annual Sturgis Rally. How you guys doing today?
Well, it's Ryan and the Unabomber over there in case.
It looks like Percy's been touched inappropriately and he's trying to deal with it.
It does.
Well, Percy, show me where the rain cloud touched you.
Yeah, show me where it touched you.
The Sturgis rally started on Friday. This is Monday.
Yes.
We've had 1 day of no rain. I'm convinced because this guy's sitting next to me who brought the rain in on Thursday that it's going to start raining in here, and I just want to make sure I'm prepared.
It's not going to rain in the building, Dave.
You know what? If it rains in the building, I am going to laugh.
If it's raining in the building, there's some shit that's really gone wrong.
You better
So
turn
you
the
got more to
camera
worry
around.
about than just getting wet.
Did they let
Yeah.
Ty cook?
Ty's been a rock star since he's been here, man. Not only has he been riding as much as the rest of us, he's been working on top of it. So, hey,
And he's had topless women sitting on his lap.
don't
Hey.
bust on.
That was a hell of a story last night. And everybody could tell me about the lady, but nobody could define her bike. And it was right there, painted on her boobs, and nobody knew what the bike looked like. So what is that saying?
In case you're wondering, Dave, my wife just was surprised that you're actually even awake this late at night.
Fuck.
Is
I
that
don't think-
Is that
yeah, I think-
Folgers and that solo cup there, Dave?
He's not.
I
so,
think
he's not so
I think
cool. that
Percy's
he-
been riding the Magic Dragon over there, man.
He's not so
with those
cool that he's wearing
sunglasses on.
sunglasses at night, but he feels like he is.
Moto Mortician wants to know if HR approved your outfit.
Andy, did you approve that outfit?
She helped me arrange to
He's some creepy flasher guy right now.
Let me tell you what, if you got on that outfit and a pocket full of candy, he might catch a charge.
Flasher guy.
Moto just says Ryan's cold-hearted comments are making Dave freeze.
Start calling you the Iceman.
That's all right.
Brittany, I believe you have something to say to our colleagues out in Whitewood.
Yes. Fuck you and fuck you.
And you.
What Brittany?
I
why-
just
stop
so
it, dude.
happened to pop
so
into
angry.
the live stream right when you guys were giving the other Brittany shit about her sport glide and her head bobbling.
Oh, you
Did
mean
you do that, Ryan?
You mean your replacement?
Oh, replacement?
Hey, Brittany, I got a salt shaker if you have a bag of dicks. We'll give it to Brian. Make them extra salty for
You're
him.
just lucky.
I would just straight take a dump in that bag.
There you go. Don't leave your helmet laying around.
It's one of those
Ryan and
Alabama
Percy.
steamer beans.
Well, I don't have anything to worry about, Brittany, because I know your ass isn't going to be riding this far to do anything to me. So.
Oh, them are fighting words.
Boy, I'll tell you what, shots are being fired.
Gosh. Ryan leaves the state for a couple of days and whew,
Cue the fucking Clint Eastwood music.
No shit, man.
I've been in like 3 states on this trip. I even rode out of this state when I was in this state.
That makes no sense.
The state of sobriety.
State of mental wellness.
No, the when we went to that what was it, that alien landing spot yesterday? Where was that?
That explains a lot.
yes, it
Devil's Tower.
does.
You know, if you turn that photo
Too
upside
much
down, it looks like the Earth is shitting. It really does.
When we went to Devil's Tower, that's actually in Wyoming, so you have to leave the state to go. See.
That's bucket list
Oh.
stuff right there, dude. That I'm jealous of that photo. The one of, was it you and Bob?
Yeah. Well, no, it was Dave and I.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead says you forget. He forgets he has to go to Kentucky soon. He's telling you better watch yourself, Ryan.
You're on
I'll
her
kick
turf
the
now.
Shit out of your kneecaps.
Are you bringing new Brittany with you on the bike when you come to Kentucky?
Yeah, Ryan's so tall I won't
buddy.
have to reach terribly high to reach his kneecaps.
I'm feeling like something about Mary over here is threatening me.
Iceman.
Oh man.
she right when she feels like she's got to dig in, then I
You just slap her in the head with a shovel.
Yeah, that's Ryan for you.
You're welcome, Brittany. You're welcome.
Well, do you want to tell everybody what we did today?
No one cares.
Well, we
No, go for it. Go
you
for it.
jealous motherfucker.
Hey, we're not jealous. You guys are the ones with all the rain.
Yeah.
Listen, we hopped on our wild ass seats and we went to Hill City, right? So it was the last.
Well, we stopped at Packadunky.
What's that reservoir called?
I keep calling it.
Pacatola. Is that
That's
how
right.
you say it? Pactola. Okay, Pactola.
Bet you did. That's what's wrong with Percy.
You might be right. So we stopped there. We went to Hill City because Dave needed to collect a chip from the dealership in Hill City, and then we were going to go up to the monument and see the dead presidents. And we got up there, and the cloud cover was coming right down on the top, and we were like, it's gonna rain a lot. So we didn't stop. We kept going. We went down into Rapid City to head over to Black Hills Harley Davidson, and sure enough, it was raining the entire time.
God
From that
damn,
point,
look at all the bikes.
from Black Hills Harley Davidson.
What's that black and orange piece of shit right up front?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Ask Frank what that bike is. Frank will tell you. Frank can tell the story of the paint.
That's
now,
what
so
I
it's
actually, when we were leaving Black Hills Harley Davidson, I said to Dave, I'm like, I thought that orange piece of shit would be a lot easier to find in this parking lot, but apparently it was not.
Jealous.
It was not.
There's lots of color out there, dude. I'm surprised there's not more black bikes.
Black is the color for
Yeah.
sure out here.
There's
Yeah.
there's a ton of Me Too bikes out there for sure.
Yeah.
Boy, that Skyline does not look
That was,
welcoming
uh,
at all.
suspect.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Yeah.
It's actually we went to lunch from here, and then as we left lunch, the skies opened up. And
So
hit a bad-
so Dave, we probably rode a good, I don't know, maybe 150 miles today, right?
maybe.
And during that entire ride, we were using our wild ass seats, rain or shine.
Yep.
And kept us in great comfort. So all the way from JMP Cycles in downtown Sturgis, we have a guest coming on today. And so we have Wild Ass Craig, and he's going to be joining us live at our location in our podcast. He's coming on right now.
Yay, Craig.
Give it up for Craig. Wild ass Craig.
He's got it's Craig with the wild ass.
Here's a shot of Wild Ass Craig.
The world's largest bunny.
Yeah.
Yep,
JMP Cycles.
That looks pissed off all the time.
it does.
Who looks pissed off?
You do.
I don't
giant
know,
rabbit.
That one guy with the RDF.
Why would
Yeah.
why would I start smiling now?
That's a good question.
That'd be so
That's
weird.
true.
If you guys had a face like that, you'd look like that too.
Jeez.
It's true.
He's not really.
Boy, you all are just fucking tough crowd tonight, man.
Right. Yeah. Like Craig said, I'm not really a jerk. It's just my face.
Go with the jerk faces.
I got one of those jerk faces.
So welcome, Craig.
Hey,
What's up, Craig?
Thanks. This is a little awkward. I feel like we're on some random casting couch.
That's not gonna happen.
Hey,
I guess we'll just call you the creamy middle, Craig.
Oh man.
Well, your tagline is Wild Ass.
you open up this door of insults, it's gonna get nothing but worse from here.
I've got a good one in the chamber. I just don't know if I can pull the trigger right now.
That's what she said.
Mm,
No, I'm happy to be here with my two favorite 530 bikers.
mm.
Oh.
We have your address, Craig.
So how's a rally been for Wild Ass?
Wet.
It's wet.
I've not seen it rain this much at any rally that I've been at.
it's ironically, I was told the same thing. And then when we came up in June to come meet Andy and Greg and Frank and the whole crew, it was raining then too. And they said that they hadn't remembered a summer that it was that wet. So they renamed the White Walker crew the Rainmakers.
So we had this conversation just a few minutes ago with Greg. We've never had this wet of a rally.
Right.
You've never been to a rally.
Right.
You met them earlier this year, and it was raining then too.
Yep.
Is there a coincidence here?
I might be the common denominator. I mean, I told Greg I've already committed to coming out next year, and so if it rains next year, the 84th Sturgis will be my last.
Please.
They're going to name a stop sign after Ryan.
There's going to be a sign at the border, and it's going to be like, if you see this guy, put him in a bag and take him back over the other side.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, no, it's been good. I mean, for the time that we had yesterday, we rode with Greg and Andy all day yesterday, and it was, I mean, the riding was great. The riding is always great. The ride this morning that was dry was great. So if you compare this to a typical rally, and let's just say a typical rally, do you think the attendance has been as good?
Attendance is weird because it'll follow the weather.
Okay.
You know, so even if it's going to rain here, they're just going to go ride somewhere else, and we're not going to see them. They might come back in the evenings,
right.
You know, to get back to camp.
Yep.
But you know, it feels like there's a lot of people here, but of course, when it's raining, we don't get to see them.
Right. And we've kind of found that to be true too. So when we got out and rode yesterday, I mean, it was nuts everywhere we rode. There was bikes absolutely everywhere. Every stop we made along our route that we took yesterday, there was bikes everywhere. So it was great. Ironically enough, we had this specific route planned that Greg had all planned out with like 5 or 6 stops of, you know, pretty well known, I guess, motorcycle destinations in the area. And Bob was traveling, and he used the Rever app. I don't know if you've ever used that before.
I use it all the time.
Yeah. So at the end of the Rever app, Bob takes a snap and he sends it to me on my phone. And the route that we went on looked suspiciously like a dick.
You got the face for it.
I know, right?
You have a dick face.
And then Andy says to Greg, did you know this route looked like a dick? And he goes, I did know that.
That's pretty funny.
It was a plan.
He said she's never riding it again.
It's Andy's favorite ride.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
She did say she's been on that ride before, many times, in fact.
But
that's her dad sitting next to her, and he is not laughing.
No, he's not.
Frank's gonna kick your ass.
He might.
That escalated quickly.
Yes.
Now he's looking at me funny.
Now he just rolled his eyes at Craig. So someone's in trouble.
That's funny.
Someone quickly call human resources.
Too late. So, Craig, we've been by your both locations. I've been by several times over at Rapid City at Black Hills Harley Davidson, and also at J&P Cycles parking lot in the tent area there in Sturgis. And it's been packed. You've been making a lot of people's asses happy, I think.
That's why we're here. And that's where, you talk about attendance. Black Hills Harley, I don't know if you guys were familiar with the fiasco that happened there the other day in the rain.
Yeah.
They don't ever let vehicles come and park. And I've been coming since 2011. I've never seen vehicles in motorcycle parking.
Right.
I guess from what I'm told, the vehicle parking filled up, overflow vehicle parking filled up. So then they let people park in vendor parking.
Wow.
And then that filled up. And there were so many people trying to get in. They thought, well, let's let them into motorcycle parking. And there was so many people waiting to come in, it shut down the exits to exit 55.
Oh, wow.
Did you hear that too? Coming from this way, you had to go all the way into Rapid City. So if you were coming from Sturgis from the west, to do a U-turn to come back to get into the parking lot.
Oh, because it was all vehicles.
It was all vehicles.
Wow.
How far is Rapid City?
Wow.
Rapid City from here?
Or from Sturgis?
Half hour?
Yeah, about 30 minutes. Yeah.
It's about exit 32 to 55. So 33 miles.
Yep,
Well,
for sure.
Our friend Wind Road Therapy just said it. They did that today too.
Oh yeah, I guess there was a line
happened
today.
today?
You know, Dave, I have a question for you
Crazy.
because earlier in the week, and this actually it's a question for Greg. Excuse me, it's a question for Dave and for Craig. So earlier in the week, I heard something very unique about you, and I'm wondering if there's a correlation between soft hands and ass pads.
I don't know where the hell you're going with this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to continue leading us down this path.
So earlier in the week, you know, I don't remember if there was a handshake or something happened, but Andy commented on how soft Dave's hands were, and so I didn't know if there was any correlation between someone having soft hands and how well the ass pad works.
Does it make sense to you?
No, he's really.
You're reaching.
stretching.
Am I
Yeah.
reaching on this one?
You're trying to conflate two different things.
I think everybody wants Percy to reach with those soft ass hands of his.
I need to get out of the middle of this program.
The reason why I asked is that Dave did mention that he had his ass adjusted earlier this week. So
He did.
he did.
I did.
He had a dialed in, I believe, were the words,
did.
right?
Yeah.
Dialed in.
I did. I stopped by the Wild Ass.
Jesus.
Yeah, there you
and,
go. And you
and
got
this is this young lady. Her name is Callie. As I was walking by, and she looked at my bike.
Her name is Brave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Braveheart. Well, Craig, you can tell the story because you were standing right there. I think she came up to you first when she saw.
Well, so Percy parked his bike and went. Did you go get T-shirts or something? You
Yeah.
had to get.
Yeah.
So I said, "Hey, just park it up here. Leave it, right next to the booth." And didn't really think anything of it. And he took off, and Callie came walking around and thing, and she goes, "Holy fuck! You see how much air is in that thing?" That was her exact words.
Yeah.
And I took a look over there and I went, "Huh? He likes
Were
it."
you overinflated, Percy?
I was overinflated.
So
it's not just the ass pad that's overinflated. Let me tell you something.
Dude, Billy.
we took care of what we can.
Every time somebody gives him a compliment on his bike, he's like, it's like the Grinch that stole Christmas, except for it's his head that grows 10 times bigger. By the end of his time here, he can't even fit through the fucking double doors anymore.
Again,
Helmet doesn't fit.
you joke because you're jealous.
See what I'm talking about right now? Joke because I'm jealous.
No, but I think that's one of the. All kidding aside, that's one of the cool things about stopping by the booth, because after I came up and Callie told me that I needed a little tweaking. We had the demo seats. Actually, she used my seat because it was right there. But you can sit down and the staff will dial you in and make sure that you've got everything set up right. Because that product is very, very misleading. I think you and I were talking the other day about psychologically, you think the more air, the more cushion, the more comfort. And that's not the case, right?
Yep, that's exactly not the case.
So
As we showed Dave.
Yeah, so you did get him adjusted, and Dave said this to me today, and I think it's really important. So tell Dave what is the secret to inflating that seat when you put the air in it. How much air should you if it's aired up correctly? How much should there be in there?
Almost none.
Right.
I mean, and really that's what it is. But when you start off with the cushion that's sitting on the table, what we do first is find the center point of the cushion, whether it's, right down the middle, top to bottom, or side to side as it is on the pillion. Fold the thing in half, squeeze almost all the air out. Well, half of the air has to go away.
Right.
That half is still too much.
Right.
So we did that. We squeezed half of the air out. And then most of the cushions, we start people off with 4 cells worth of air.
Okay.
So on your guys' cushion, for instance, there's 6 on each side.
Yep.
6 cells of air. And then we can kind of tell if you're on the front, the back, we can look at you. Believe it or not, the bigger the person, the less air the cushion takes as well.
So if you have a huge ass, very little air.
Very, very little.
So
Yes.
that would be why Dave had way.
Displacement.
That would be why. Now I
Just watch
A
completely-
little goes a long way.
I actually filmed a video to show the Kid Moto size pad the other day. That'll be on our Instagram.
Yeah, I
shortly.
guess we also know my friend Nick is commenting right now. He's in the crowd, and Nick rides with us all the time, and he goes, "That must be my problem. His big ass has way too much air in his ass pad."
Got way too much air.
Usually we can spot it too. Like I can just spot it through a picture. I think we did that first time, and I'm like, dude, you need to let some air out of that thing, and you did, and you really liked it.
Yeah, I was in the garage working on the bike, and my cell phone rang, and it's like, hey, I'm Wild Ass Craig. You got too much air in that shit. I was watching the video, so I let some air out, but obviously not enough.
Yeah, and I think Bob too. I spotted him in a picture too, and I said, dude, you need to let some air out of that thing, and it sounds like you did quite a bit since then.
For sure. No, it's been a great. Craig has a great product that does. I mean, exactly. You know, I said this to him a while ago, and I want to reiterate this when he's sitting right here. Is that rarely do you have any product inside or outside of motorcycling that does absolutely exactly what it's advertised that it's going to do. And when we started talking to Craig about these, and he kind of told us about it. We were like, okay, and Dave was quite skeptical because he'd used a bunch of different products, and when he sent them, sent all of them to us, and we started using them. I know that I even at the beginning of this season, and I know that my friends can confirm, and I told Craig this because he sent me a message. I took a picture of my bike before I went on a trip, and Craig texted me and said, "I hope you didn't forget your ass pad." And I said, no, this was actually intentional. Because I'd ridden with it for an entire season, and then I had actually changed my seat and done a couple different things to my bike, and I wanted to make sure that I was really, testing the reality of it, and not just threw the ass pad on the seat and just went with it. So I took it off and I rode it. I was going on a 300-mile trip, and I made it 150 miles. That's as far as I could go before my ass hurt, before my back was sore, before I could feel it in my, lower spine and everywhere. And then I put it back on for the rest of the ride, and all of that essentially was gone. And so that was the reaffirming that it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Not only that, but besides the pressure and the everything that it does for the comfort, I noticed a huge difference in the amount of heat that you get coming from your motor that comes up through your seat. That's essentially completely eliminated. And so I just wanted to tell you that, what you have does exactly what it's supposed to do. And it really is a great product.
I appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
So, yeah, that's been great to be able to use that. And in fact, I was talking to my wife about it, and I said, I know that things don't last forever. Right. And I said to my wife, this is one of those things that whenever it wears out or breaks, or, the holes get seated or whatever, I said, this is the one thing I know for sure that I will always be replacing and putting on my bike. Because I just know that I'm going to be using it for the duration of the time that I ride.
That being said, I don't know if you guys follow a long distance rider named Ken Andrews. If you know who that is, yeah. He currently has 450,000 miles on his Wild Ass.
On one seat.
Wow.
Well, he's also
Nice.
a little bit insane too, right? And he rides like nuts. Is that the same guy that rode 100,000 miles in 100 days? A different guy.
Different guy. Yeah. Okay. So, Ken, he just had 100,000 mile year.
Okay.
But he posted how he has 450,000 miles on his
Wild
Ass
same
cushion. He has gone through two covers.
Okay, but the cushion is
the bladder is the same.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
And then Chris Hopper set the world record for 100,000 miles. He did it in 100 days on a cushion, and he's got probably 150 or 200,000 on that thing now. So
yeah,
you shouldn't wear yours out
on the bladder. On the bladder.
Bladder, yeah.
Because Ryan can't go like 20 minutes on his bladder.
I
that
can't.
Guy did.
I was going to say mine's 50-something years old and it's shot.
That is a true statement. That's a true statement without a doubt. I mean, when we did our first live stream here on Thursday night, Greg specifically asked me. He's like, are you sure you've had you've had a couple drinks? Are you going to be able to make it through the live stream without getting up and going to the bathroom?
Isn't it you that normally gets up and walks away
every time in the podcast?
Every time, man.
Yep.
Is that why you're on the outside?
Yeah. Yeah, it is why I'm on the outside. Yeah, for sure. Well, we wanted to make sure that you were the creamy middle too.
I'm not only a sponsor, I'm also a fan.
A fan's only fan.
Tonight, I'm the biggest fan.
He's an earner.
No, Bob's an earner.
Did you guys have any questions for Craig? I know we're doing all the talking over here.
I got
but there is a question in the comments.
Go ahead. Yeah. What do we
Blake
got?
says, which makes a bigger difference, new comfort touring seat or added wild ass?
To a
Who's
stock
that
seat.
question for? Because I'm going to tell you it's the wild ass every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'll answer the question because I had a custom touring seat made for me by LaPera, which I thought was super comfortable, and I could get a lot of distance out of it. And I at least doubled, if not tripled, when I used the wild ass cushion.
I think you have to also pay attention to like the shape of the seat because, like for me personally, some stock seats they just don't fit the shape of your ass very well. So you may have to get a different seat and a wild ass, or consider doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Did I see a comment from Matt? Matt said he just
Put 850 miles on it this weekend.
860 miles on his wild ass cushion this weekend.
Is he coming here? Like,
I wish.
does anybody know who that is?
He wanted to come. We were supposed to ride out together. Maybe get the time
Okay.
off.
So to talk about the seat, a good friend of mine is in charge of all the production of LaPera. They make a fantastic seat. The nice thing about getting a custom seat is you can really put yourself on the bike where you want to be. So you can fit the bike for you exactly. Don't worry about any padding in the seat at all because we're going to take care of that. As you can attest, once we got yours dialed in, now you can reach the ground like you should. We didn't change anything. You can drop your mirrors back down where you should. I mean, everything, we fit whatever you want us to fit, just as long as we're not way overinflated.
Yeah, and I forgot that because you did when you found out that I was having LaPera make that seat. You called and asked how I was having it made, and told me exactly what cushion I needed. Very cool.
So, Craig, I got to say, when you first sat down, first thing I noticed was that cap you got on. I went to your site and just bought one because I dig them. Yeah, I did. I just bought one. So
Thank you. Yeah, I think I didn't. It's good to know they're on there. They were supposed to, but
it said they're back. So I'm like, I'm getting one. I got
They're
the one with
back.
the big wild ass logo, so everybody
We
knows my ass
tried-
is wild.
tried to find a place to do hats for us, and man, what a pain in the ass that is.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
it
don't
is.
have a cushion
You're
for
not
the hat
allowed.
making?
Huh?
There's no cushion for the hat making to make it easier?
Not that I could find. No.
It's true.
Now, guys, go to wild-ass.com and check out what Craig has to offer over there. You can check out all his cushions. Plus, he's got merch, shirts, hats, sunglasses, lots of cool stuff. And Craig, thanks again for saving all our asses.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I think we should at this point I think we should bring on Desiree because Desiree has been putting a lot of miles on her bike. She's at practically every event and every rally that you can attend, and she's a huge supporter of content creators in general. So I think we should pull Desiree up here and
I'll
give her some time.
Where
So-
did she go?
But I don't know. She's
right over there.
Yeah. she's talking, which she's making friends, which she does everywhere she goes.
She does.
So,
I posted a picture of us the other day on my Instagram, and it's more and more often that I get to see her at these events, which is pretty cool because
for sure.
when you're traveling around, you don't get to see many people all the time, and usually your Florida people here and your Sturgis people here, and she's kind of popping up everywhere. It's pretty cool.
Read this comment from Matt. Make sure you put that dash in. Just got kicked out of Starbucks.
Yeah, we are not responsible for cruises.
Right.
Dash is key.
Have you had people offer you big money for that URL?
No,
Oh, I was gonna say
not yet. Why, you want to offer something?
Might be one day.
no. I have no content to offer for that.
Well, Craig, thank you very, very much for coming on today, for coming out here and coming on the podcast. And I know at the very minimum, I know we've tried to connect a few times for riding, but you will see me again next year here for sure.
Good.
So-
Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of my raining booth and down the rainy highway to come and see it.
and if we find out that the rain is my fault, I apologize profusely that I continue to bring the rain.
All right.
Where'd Percy go? Is he going to bed?
We're directing traffic, so I'm just going to sit here because I don't know what's going on. You're all welcome. I'm so glad I was here. I don't know how to leave.
You're trapped.
I am.
Is Desiree going to come on?
Yep. As soon as
All right. All right. Well, there
Okay.
we go. I'll
See you guys.
bounce out.
Thank you all.
See ya.
thanks so much.
See you, Craig.
I'll be by the booth later for another dial-in. So I'll be by the booth later for another dial-in.
I guess you will be.
Another thumb punch.
Another fist punch to the asshole.
The old Dark Star beating.
Yeah, the old Dark Star punch.
Spilt my drink.
Yes. I need to disinfect them, Craig.
Oh, disinfect them. No. They're safe.
Hey there, lady.
Oh, hi.
You'll be good.
Hey.
You don't need those disinfected.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
Craig deals with asses, not headphones.
Not ears, just asses.
It's like,
Yeah, he does have an ass hat too. You know what? I never said that. He even said it. Now you can be like, this is my ass hat.
wait, did you just call him an asshat?
No, he said
Oh,
it.
He's the ass man all the way around.
He is the ass man
He's the
anyway.
ass
He
man.
is the
Right.
ass man.
He invites the jokes. He invites the
Okay,
jokes.
I gotcha. Yeah. Well, when he wears a shirt like that, how could he not?
Right. So Desiree,
Yes.
you I know this is not your first Sturgis, and I know it's
No.
not your first time out here.
No.
And you actually rode with us about, was it maybe 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Because you were riding
close.
through Minnesota and North Dakota. You were staying in Bemidji, and we met you in Bemidji, and we went on a little bit
Yes.
of a ride through
We
northern
did.
Minnesota, right?
We did.
And then
It was
it was a gorgeous day, right?
was.
It was beautiful. It was sunny. There was no fucking rain.
There was no rain.
So that can't be my
You all
fault.
seem a little bitter about this
I
moisture.
know they do.
No, we were in Minnesota.
I was
We
in
were
Minnesota.
That's the same thing as North Dakota.
It is not the same
It
thing.
is.
It's not the same thing. Craig lives in Minnesota. I live in North Dakota. It's not the same thing. Well, I was in a different state.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was your birthday.
And
Happy
it was
birthday again.
it was my birthday. Yeah, when she rode with me for sure. So I was
We had
I was
lunch.
a year. We had lunch, yeah, and we had a great ride.
Mhm.
And then you came out here, and this is your second day in a row. You were out here yesterday.
Yes.
We were trying to get you on yesterday, but you were riding all
Delayed.
over and delayed because of rain and repairs and all
Repairs,
kinds of
yes.
crazy things.
Just
So,
checking, just making sure that the bike was okay.
how was your Sturgis been?
Soggy.
Soggy. Tell everybody, where are you staying right now?
I stay in Custer, and it's an hour and a half away from here. So in order
Oh,
to
wow.
any of the events,
Yeah.
it's an hour and a half.
Okay.
half commute
Right.
in whatever weather is happening.
Okay. And so, do you always stay in Custer?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Because you travel with you have like a travel trailer with the
I
toy
do.
hauler situation,
It
so
is.
so it's like you're sleeping in your own bed every
Oh,
night.
it's
If you're
divine.
yeah, right, I bet it is amazing. The
It
only
is.
thing that would be better than staying in a situation like that where you could have a place for your bike and everything would be to come to the Iron Horse Inn,
I'm digging that for
right?
sure.
Right.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, to have because that's been the one thing that's been super fantastic about this whole time is we've had a place to be, a place to hang out,
Dry.
Yes.
a dry place to be, hang out, right? And when yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before on was it Friday? Saturday it rained all day long.
Saturday
yeah.
was
Yeah, it was
terrible.
a bad day, and so we didn't have to worry about trying to figure out what we were going to do and find a place that was dry because we had all of this. So
Desiree was out at the chip on Saturday.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
and it was wasn't it like cars and bikes and everything stuck in the mud out there?
They actually stopped the RVs from progressing.
Okay.
So wherever they were when they stopped, that's where they were spending the night.
Wow.
So if it was along the road, or if they got to the gate, that's where they stayed for the night.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, truck, trailer, camper, whatever it is, Class A. That's wherever they stopped the line. That's where you spent the night.
Wow. That's nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I didn't see it for myself, but they said it was just a lot of mud out there in the campground.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Insane.
So I
Welcome to this year's summer in Kentucky, right, Tony?
Yeah,
It's been
been
nothing but
raining the whole
rain for
time.
3 months.
nice.
That's nuts.
No, that's
So-
terrible. It
so-
has been wet.
Are you out here for the entire 10 days?
I am.
So it looks like after I leave, this weather is going to change and it's going to get a lot better.
Well, Desiree will confirm this for me.
Go
because
ahead.
I was out here early.
Yes.
Desiree was out here early. It was beautiful,
Beautiful.
until when?
Till-
Go ahead.
Oh man.
Was it Thursday? Was it Thursday when the
You
weather?
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Thursday
you-
is when the weather took a turn.
Yeah, fuck you and fuck you.
I appreciate that.
It's the White Walkers, man. The White Walkers bring
Start
the
calling
pain.
them the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes, Thursday night started the rain, Friday, and then Saturday was just. And it wasn't just the rain on Saturday; it was the terribly high winds.
Right.
Yeah.
That was treacherous, and I wrote in that. And
Right.
But I'm really disappointed that you and I didn't connect. That we were both out here early.
yes,
Because it would have been great to ride when
Yes.
the weather was good. Except my wife is starting to ask questions because
that's right.
we're always
In the same place at
in
the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the same thing goes with Craig. We keep bumping into
Yeah.
Craig everywhere as well.
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, Craig actually did mention though you were making friends like you do everywhere you go, and Craig mentioned, he goes, I've started to see Desiree more and more and more everywhere I go because she shows up at so many of these events. So
I dig it.
it is great. It is great because if you attend a couple of events or you host your own event or whatever, at some point in time you're going to see Desiree because she shows up.
So Christian Customs just joined the ass hat gang with me.
He got an ass
Yeah,
hat too.
Christian Custom just got an ass hat. There we go.
Man, these ass hats are hot.
He's a
They're cool, dude.
No
I
man.
got the one with the big ass on it too.
No
It's
man.
a hot ass.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hot ass hat.
No man
Yeah.
says, will Des be at FDBM this year? It'd be nice to see her again.
So is the weather changed today? I mean, is the weather good now?
It rained. It rained this morning, or I'm sorry, it rained this afternoon, and was raining up until we started. And I'm seeing sun right now, actually.
Right.
So
We did see a little bit of sun earlier, and we were like hopeful, and we did Spearfish Canyon in the rain.
ooh,
Ooh.
Yes. So
it's like
take it slow. Take it slow.
yeah, for sure.
A lot of
We-
newbies on the road.
Was there? We were
Yeah.
we were up in up near Hill City and went past the monument, and I will say though that there was something a little bit majestic about when we got to the intersection right where you turn into the monument, and the clouds had come and kind of
Oh, wow.
formed this like halo right over top, and it was really really cool. The last two times I've been up there, it was a perfectly clear day, and it was a little bit like they were alive kind of scenario. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. So it was really cool. And we didn't stop because we knew that it was going to be raining and it was going to be nuts, but we kept going. So
I was just informed that it came down in buckets in Custer. So you just escaped that.
we came down here, but it was just the same in Rapid City. Rapid City was it was raining a lot. We were at Black Hills and it was raining really hard there. So
Dude, I still can't believe that me and the Jays survived that apocalyptic storm on the way back from the river when everybody came out here. The only thing that was missing was a tornado. It had everything else. It had the winds, the rain, maybe not hail, but it was bad. And that'll make you pucker.
I'm surprised we didn't have hail.
yeah, we
I
rode
saw
through
some
hail on the way
pictures
down.
of hail near you guys.
It's like the size of tennis balls.
Yeah.
Blake
We're
Drury,
not out of here yet.
Blake Drury is asking a question. He says, what are the things that are on the top of your list for next rally that you won't be able to do this time because of rain or time? That's a great question. And I would say for me, definitely want to spend as much time riding as I can. I think that's kind of, and I would have liked to have gone downtown a little bit more and spent more time downtown
Definitely.
when the weather was nice. I mean, we went down in the evenings, which was great. And I think that if the weather was nice, I would have, because there's buses that leave from the Iron Horse. Just so you know, if you stay here, you can take a bus downtown and you don't have to ride your motorcycle. So you can misbehave as much as you want.
You just need to have one of these magic bands
Yep.
that they give you when
Yep.
you check in.
When you check in, and then you can ride the bus down, and you can even wait until the very last bus of the evening and stay down there.
That's
Ryan, where does your band, or should I ask?
I didn't put my band on. So when we were getting ready to get on the bus after we had already gone downtown to Sturgis, I said to Andy, will you please stand right next to me and tell the bus driver that I'm with you so that I can get on the bus so I can make it back to the hotel?
Hey, that bus driver was no fucking joke, man.
He did stop me, and I'm like, he was like, I go, I don't have a wristband, and he stopped me, and he was just standing there staring at me, and I'm like, I'm with Andy, and then he looked at Andy, and Andy's like, I own the Iron Horse.
Yeah, but he was no joke. He was. You didn't have a band on your wrist. You were not getting.
You were not getting on the bus.
So you just showed the boss card.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I'm like, I'm with the boss.
HR has approved this trip.
Yeah. What's that? No. HR did HR. HR was shut down for the evening.
I was on that bus. There was no HR on that bus.
So Desiree, who else have you seen out there since you've been there?
Well, oh my goodness. Well, we have Bobhead UK. Bobhead, they're from.
Oh, cool.
Rode with them today, and oh geez.
We went to the Creator meetup, so there was like everybody there,
yes.
right?
We had Her Two Wheels, Jordan Ray Vlogs. We had Life on the Blacktop. Brian and Heather were there. We had Moto Travels. He's everywhere. You think I'm everywhere? He lives in Canada, and I found him in the parking lot in Milwaukee, in Veterans Park, and then he was here at the Content Creators.
I know Adam Sandoval was there, right?
Because he won
the slow ride race.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
I know, right? And he won it this time on a was it a boonie bike or a pit bike or something?
It was a pit bike. It was not
the
Coleman, but another brand.
Yeah. So he won a slow ride,
Yes.
a slow race on a pit bike. I mean, so that guy, you're not going to win a slow ride race against him.
And I heard that $1 Million Bogan is here.
He is. Yeah, he's been with the crew from Laidlaws.
Okay, and then Chris, the
Chris,
bothering
yeah,
biker.
Chris is here. I still haven't come across Chris
She was
yet,
at the
man.
Content Creators, and I'm such a fangirl, and I was pulling into the parking lot looking like a wet rag, and I was like, Chris, and she stopped what she was doing. She came over, gave me a hug.
Was
soaking wet.
Was Bearded Bobber there? Because we saw him. We saw him downtown.
Yes.
So we saw him
It
downtown
was great to meet
yesterday.
him as
So
well.
yeah,
Yes. That was a long time.
Super good dude.
In the works to meet up with him because he was supposed to be here last year, and the RV broke down.
Oh, okay.
So-
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Des, you want to plug your channel real quick?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it's Wind Road Therapy on YouTube and Instagram, and Wind Road on Facebook. And if you like seeing traveling, I travel around in my RV. I don't ride my motorcycle. Say what you want, but I sleep in my own bed every night.
Well, you ride your motorcycle all the places
I
that you
do.
go. So
I do.
I mean, and you kind of live in it, right? You're living and traveling on the road and that kind of thing.
Yes.
So in case you don't know, Desiree is a bit of a hero in my eyes. She was a New York City police officer.
Thank you.
And Desiree's got an amazing story. I'm not going to tell Desiree's story because I want you to meet Desiree in person. Because if you meet Desiree in person, you'll get Desiree's story, and it is amazing. But from from where I sit, she's an absolute hero, and I have a ton of respect for Desiree, and I love her to death. So,
And she's also in our Discord, very active in the Discord.
absolutely.
There we go.
She's
Guys, in the chat, I've got her YouTube page. You can click that link over and check it out after the podcast. Go check out all her videos. She goes everywhere. She came to FDBM 21. I remember seeing you there. Yeah, thanks again for coming to that. Are you coming this year?
She doesn't know. We put her on the spot now.
Yeah, don't put her on the spot, David.
No, she doesn't know. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Jury's out.
We'll let her off.
Yeah.
Well, Des, thanks for joining
Thank
us
you.
tonight.
Thank you for having me. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Always a pleasure seeing you.
Yeah.
And my wife really is talking, so we have to be careful.
I know we do.
Has anybody ran into Monkey yet?
You'll be safe. Ride safe.
Take care.
All right.
I haven't seen Monkey yet.
No.
I know he's got a meet and greet. I think tomorrow or today he had a meet and greet.
Because he's like Dr. Sturgis, isn't he?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I thought he goes every year. I thought.
Hell yeah.
Well,
he's-
speaking of Dr. Sturgis, we have to give a big shout out to Chris Cowan from Cycle Source Magazine
Yeah.
because he was inducted into the Buffalo Chip Hall of Fame.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very
Good.
exciting.
So big congrats to Chris.
Yeah.
Those
Good
guys
for
do
him, man.
incredible
That's
things
good
over at
news.
Cycle Source. Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I know we're running. We're running short on time, but I want to bring on someone here because you guys haven't met him face to face, but we definitely want to talk to Papa Frank. Papa Frank in the house.
Oh boy, here he's
He
coming.
hates me for that, and everybody's going to start calling him Papa Frank now.
Well, they have good pizzas there.
They have good everything here.
It sounds like, yeah.
Yep. Hey, Frank.
I'm back.
You're back. Well, Ron and I just wanted to say really thank you and the entire staff and your entire family and everyone that's really made us feel at home and part of the family this week.
Well, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure having you all here.
Absolutely. Andy said that whenever we kind of started talking about coming out here, and she's like, when you're out here, you're family. And that's absolutely how we all felt, including my friends that have come along here, and Ty, who's been working here,
Even Nick,
and even Nick and Bob, who was working in your garage this afternoon fixing his bike. I mean, it has been nothing short of amazing coming here and spending time with you guys and your family. And I know you said before it's a family operation, a family-run business, but it truly does feel that way.
It is. I mean, that's what we try to. We want everybody to come back. We want to say hi again. How you doing? It's great seeing you. Welcome back. And if there's anything we can do to help you while you're here, we're going to do it. So everything you're just part of the family now, and you've put your mark in this place.
Ryan might have put a couple of marks in
Listen,
this
Dave.
place.
I
You
have
have to
not.
call a plumber.
Yeah. Almost.
I don't know what kind of marks you put in the motel room, so I have.
He's got black lights in the back.
We're checking out tomorrow morning, so we'll find out soon enough.
We did have somebody steal a toilet seat this year.
What?
Oh, come
So
on.
I don't know if maybe it's a memory they had.
I'll leave.
That is an odd keepsake there.
That is a weird
I
one for
was
sure.
I'll leave my toilet
I think they did that because the patches are so expensive downtown. It's cheaper to just take the toilet seat and write. They just want to put me on it.
There you go.
Hanging on your wall, hanging on your garage wall when you get home.
Yeah.
I went to
Yeah.
Sturgis and all I got was a shitty toilet seat.
Yeah, well,
I went to store and had a shitty time.
you got a memory.
That's
Take home.
no reflection on Iron Horse. It's only a reflection on the person that stole the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Well, they do come in handy on the road too.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to. That's a hobby.
Yeah, or
You hook that thing up to a trailer, it's your business.
You're in business. You're cooking with gas.
So, well, hi, Brittany. I want to say hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. It's good seeing you. I was on here before, and you weren't there, so I want to say hi.
She doesn't actually look like the other Brittany, does she?
There.
Little bit, maybe.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And they both have the kind of a smart attitude. I like that.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, it is.
we were told actually, Brittany, that the replacement Brittany had bright red hair too, just like a week before Sturgis
Yeah,
was
but I
here.
thought
So
what color is her hair? I thought it
it's
was
dark
darker.
brown. Dark
Yeah.
brown. You'll see it the next time she's on and you're not.
Oh, really?
Oh,
This is
burn,
some kind of
burn, burn.
secret message, not so
You know what
secret.
I can't wait for is for all five of us to be here and for the two Brittany's to meet.
No,
Hey, she seems very nice. I
We
like
could,
her.
have, we could have a Brit fight.
she was very.
Why do we need to fight? What's that
Because
about?
They don't
we
need
can
to
sell
fight.
tickets for that.
We could have Brittany and Brittany on the show at the same time.
I think the two of us might have to fight you two instead. I don't fight other Britneys. I mean, come on.
Can we raise some money for that?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, this might be a moneymaker.
Baby pool and 2 gallons of KY jelly.
We can bring back old school Sturgis.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll dub the 83rd. What is it? Is 83 next year or this year?
83rd this year.
84 next year is going to be 80. It's going to be the 84th Sturgis, and then it's going to say circa 1991.
Oh, jeez.
We can do it.
Yeah.
So our friend Moto Mortician says, "Hi, Frank.
Hi.
Do you guys know each other?"
No.
No.
Mark.
No?
Mark's really
Mark's
really
just a
good
friendly guy.
Good
so
guy. Yeah.
let's
Mark's
let's
very nice.
let's talk about one of the things that brought us out here, and talk about something that Andy did, and then something that your son-in-law Greg did.
Yep.
Right. So one of the things that brought us out here was this amazing autism bike that we built. that to support the autism charity. So when we had Andy on, and I think it was the first night we did our first live, Andy threw down the gauntlet and she bought 4 tickets to that bike because she said that she was gonna put her name in the hat because she was gonna win the bike and bring the Ironhead Sportster to the Iron Horse. And then 2 nights later we had Greg on, and Greg, not to be outdone, he bought 8 tickets to win that bike because Andy actually made the comment that what's his is hers and what's hers is still hers. So it appears that
there's a lot of truth in that statement.
I think
Right.
I've heard that my whole life.
Right.
Yes.
I've also heard that, but that's
Holy
okay.
crap.
I've actually come to the conclusion that I'm fine with it. I don't even argue with it anymore. I'm good with it.
No, well,
Right. But so Greg threw down the gauntlet and said he was going to win the bike, and so he bought 8 tickets, and we had some news earlier. So what did you do this afternoon? Because you said Greg's not going to win this bike.
well, I decided to. Andy put down for 4 tickets. Greg did 8, so I decided just to do 12.
Nice.
Wow,
And
that's
so-
amazing.
I bought 12 tickets with high hopes, and I guess if I do win the bike, there you go.
It'll be mine.
It'll be Andy's.
And it'll be Andy's again.
Right.
Holy crap! And
Right.
it-
From the
it's
peanut gallery.
you had to yell that out, didn't
Right,
you?
she did. Yeah.
Oh,
she
we
did.
even
So Andy
heard
has
it, just so
24
you know.
chances basically to win this bike.
Yeah, she's winning this thing.
I got 24 chances and it won't be mine.
Yeah.
How's that? I'm just here
the way
for
it usually works. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to say this because I said it the last 2 times this happened. I want to see somebody else in the Discord or in our live stream right now or in the bar right now to get out and buy tickets so that these guys don't win it. That's what I want to
There you
see. I want to see that that we can do this again. The last 2 nights that we did this, there were more tickets sold after you guys bought tickets, and so
well, good.
I'm putting out the challenge. I want to make sure that everybody knows that it's out there, that they have their opportunity to buy more tickets because what are we at, Dustin? How many days are we at before that bet?
We are
We're
getting
40.
very
Like
close.
40.
We have 40
Yeah.
days left.
40 days.
40 days
Yeah.
until we draw a winner in FDBM.
40
Well-
days. Yeah. So it's
Wild.
it's rapidly coming. In fact, I've heard some people say that they're trying to buy tickets, sporadically, so their numbers are spread out across the
that's a good
ticket spectrum. I've heard that. I've heard that before. Looks like Brittany's Jared says I can't buy tickets, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's pretty butthurt about it.
I'm sure that he
It's
is.
a cool motorcycle. I mean, you can't blame him.
It is.
Yeah,
it is really
It's
cool.
beautiful.
And the
So-
cool thing is that Frank and Andy and Greg will be there in Louisville
Yep.
at the meetup to watch the tickets be drawn. And I got a feeling even if their tickets don't win it, somehow Andy's going to try to.
Yes.
It's still going to be Andy's.
Post that link up
Yeah.
there.
Next thing she says, you got to be there to win it. So what the heck? I keep throwing them out.
Oh my God, guys!
That's right.
Mark Spalding, Moto Mortician, just matched Frank with 12.
Hang on. Didn't Mark match Andy the other night?
Either Andy or Greg.
Or
Yeah.
Greg?
I mean,
Oh.
listen.
Mark wants this
rock star.
motorcycle.
I'm telling you right now.
That fucker wins everything too.
I know
And
the
you
odds
notice
are in
that?
his favor.
he puts it out there. He throws down the gauntlet. The last time I was sure it was the Hummer that he won out in Florida. So
The truck.
Yeah.
The truck. He won the truck. Yeah.
no, he didn't win the truck.
No, he
Hummer.
won a Hummer.
Yeah.
I was. Okay.
Wow.
It went over
no.
everybody's head. All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Paid for a Hummer.
Well, there you go.
Paid for
a
Hummer.
successful night on tickets.
Yes, we have
Yes, we
for
got.
sure.
Wow.
No, and I want to personally thank everybody from the Iron Horse. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Andy, for really believing in the cause, believing in what we're doing here for the podcast. Thank you for inviting us out. This is the last night that we're here, being able to do this podcast. And
Actually, I think you and I should leave the table and have Andy and Greg come up with Frank to close out
With these
podcasts
guys.
With these guys.
I think
So,
we should. I think we should
Okay.
absolutely do that for sure.
Yeah, I've been tired of looking at you two for
stay
like
here.
years anyway.
Everybody, I'm posting the link to the Iron Horse Inn Sturgis.com website. So if you're thinking about hanging out in the Sturgis area, this is a great place to stay. Ryan and Dave love it. And I believe every bit of what they say about how awesome it is, that family community they got going on there. Go out and stay out there, even if it's not during rally season. Go out and do some good riding and have a good time.
Yeah.
Can't be a fan of my own podcast.
All right. Well, now,
Ryan just said that he's got to be a fan of his own podcast now.
You know, I was just thinking, how cool would it be to cement the Iron Horse Inn legacy with your own Iron Horse?
Yeah, it'll be mine.
that would be it right there.
It'll be Andy's Iron Horse.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Andy she has put her name on
It's
this.
got to
bike.
be. It's not going to be the Andy Iron Horse. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. So,
Hey,
well,
yeah, I have
here
to
we are.
manifest this shit.
That's how they say dreams come true.
That's right.
You got a good spot for it in the eye bar there?
Well, we'll have to make one.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. There we go.
Knock down a few walls?
Yeah. Put a big shelf. Put it up there for the show for everybody.
Oh, no,
There
I
you
got
go.
Another incentive for everybody to come visit us if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
It's not that heavy. It wouldn't take too much of a shelf.
No, it's not terribly heavy.
It's not terribly heavy at all. It's like a big Schwinn.
Tony, do we have a official weight on the bike?
Dude,
I don't
if
know
I
if we
had
ever
to,
asked for
if
one.
I had to guess, I'm going to say it's maybe anywhere between 280 and 300 pounds.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty light. There's not much going on. You could ride it through a crack in a door. It's real narrow.
Okay.
But no, it'd be awesome. Well, like I said, from all you the Five Dirty Bikers and all your fans out there, thank you for listening to us here. And it's been an awesome 4 or 5 days. So
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we really appreciate you taking in those two. That was a chore.
Yeah, I think you got the two toughest ones to handle.
Yeah.
So.
Even through all the whining about the rain, they still both ended up coming back. So
well,
they had a damn good time.
So yeah, it's been a beautiful, beautiful rally so far, except for the rain. But we just have to go with what we do.
We still have fun.
So tomorrow's another day.
We're
It
excited
sure
to
is.
You three meet you in person in about a month.
Yes.
Yes, we're
Yes,
like
we're excited
we're
to have you.
counting it down. We're 4 or 5 weeks away, so everybody's pretty excited.
Yeah, and everybody, make sure you're paying attention to social media, 5dirtybikers.com. We'll have some announcements and some new stuff coming up pertaining to the meetup, and we can't wait to share it with you all. Thanks again, everybody at the Iron Horse Inn, the staff, and Ryan and Percy for taking vacation time to go out and hang out
Yeah, great to see you all.
and represent.
Third, we'll see you soon.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
for having us again. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, everybody, thanks for joining the live. Until next time, keep it dirty.